She's great, and my little boy's great, too, so we're doing fine.
Annette, it is good to see you
Thank
again.
you.
And I was just asking you about the little ones and Warren Beatty, your husband, and everybody's fine, I guess.
Everybody's great. Thank you.
Good. And the American President,
Mm-hmm.
your role. I love the role. I love what you do with it. And your opening scene, Annette, I have to tell you, just blew me away. You're looking at one of the original, foot and mouth people. You have the best foot and mouth scene I've ever seen on film. Is that delicious?
That's
scene?
written well. I loved it. When I saw it on paper, I thought, oh, okay, I can relate to that. As you say, saying something completely embarrassing yourself or going out on a limb. Yeah, so I think the writing is excellent.
Have you ever, or can you recall any particular foot and mouth thing in your own life?
Yes, I don't have a great story, but I can remember being in college in a particular course that I was probably totally over my head. I loved it. We were analyzing psychoanalytic theory, basically using James Joyce, and it was most of the people in the class were getting their masters, and I was an undergraduate, and I remember piping up in class about something, expressing some opinion, and there was just sort of this long pause, like, what is she talking about? No, I actually, experience that on a regular basis, saying things or, forgetting my own phone number or something. So, yeah, I could relate to that feeling of being absolutely committed to something and going on, which is what this character does, I think, when she's nervous, is talk too much and then feel like, what am I saying?
Do you feel that the main message or the main theme of this film is that the president and the first family should be allowed to have a private life and it shouldn't concern the rest of the people in the country? Do you think that's what it's all about?
I certainly think that's one of the things that the movie is trying to bring up for discussion is, what do we expect of our politicians? And why do we have this unrealistic picture of what their lives are supposed to be like? What does that say about us and the public? I think we're very hypocritical about what kind of standard we hold our politicians up to.
Also, we know statistically in this country that trash and gossip sell.
Mm-hmm.
And people have all these idealistic things about what they want for their presidents and their officials, and yet they just can't wait to read some dirt about them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, where does it end? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know where it will end or what will change. It will be fascinating to see in the next 20 years how things unfold. Why our culture has gotten to this point, I don't know, but I think it is sad, and I think it's a very cynical time.
have you personally ever been to the White House socially?
Socially, no. I was asked to go to a state dinner that I didn't go to because I was about 95 months pregnant, and I decided I didn't want to go to the White House and go to a state dinner when I was extremely pregnant. But I went on a research trip, and we were given a wonderful tour, and the president was there, and he asked us if we wanted to come in briefly to the Oval Office, so we did, and I went in with Rob Reiner and Michelle, his wife, and he spent some time with us. And I had met him before, but not obviously in this context. So it was great. It was a great honor, and he was very helpful and warm and receptive, and it was wonderful.
But you did not meet Mrs. Clinton?
I have met her on other occasions, and I just was at San Francisco State University this summer when I was an alumna. I was given an honorary degree, and she was given a award. And she also, I spoke a little bit, and she spoke. And I've heard her speak before. She's an incredible speaker, and I have great respect for her. I think she's a wonderful woman.
Would you want to be First Lady or President?
I think it would be very difficult to be either, to say the least. I don't dream about that, or I don't have really aspirations about that. I have great respect for people who commit themselves and their lives to public office. And doing this film, I think, really increased my respect for people that choose to do that in their lives. Not only people who have jobs like the President or the First Lady, but lobbyists and journalists who cover the White House, and just everybody that's involved with those kinds of issues. It seems it's something to really, it's a life of substance, it's a life of meaning, and I respect that.
Annette, it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
And I really enjoyed the film.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to recommend it, The American President, and your role in it. You're just great.
Thank you.
And from one foot in mouth to another.
Thanks.